The Braverman Nature Assessment is a tool that I have been using in my clinics for at least 10 years. What is the Braverman Nature Assessment? Well, basically it's a questionnaire and you answer true or false to each question. And there are 2 parts and each part is split into 4 sections. The first part gives us an idea of your general brain chemistry, and the second part is how your brain chemistry is right at this moment, how you are under whatever stressful or painful situation you're in at the moment. Now I'm talking about brain chemistry and the 4 different major brain chemicals. There's dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine and GABA. You don't have to know what they are, it's explained in the tests. Now a lot of people would have heard of serotonin because it's one of the things that antidepressants are used to tackle. But what I found over the years of using the nature assessment is that a lot of depressed people are actually GABA deficient, and you do things to boost GABA and they feel much better. So why would you want to find out about your brain chemistry? Well, it's because your brain chemistry is not just about the major brain disorders like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and depression. It's also about keeping the rest of your emotions under control, or keeping you smooth, and your brain also helps with it controls everything. So whether it's control of muscles, whether it's control of your hormones. So you can use the Braverman Nature Assessment to see if you might be prone to Alzheimer's tendency or memory problems or Parkinson's even, and it can help bring about improvements in all of these problems. Also sexual dysfunction, weight problems as well, because you could be eating unhealthily because your brain chemistry is unbalanced. So it's a very useful tool clinically, but it's also a very useful tool in the field of wellness to see how you are and what you can do to improve yourself. So who was the guy who developed this? Well, the guy who developed it was Dr Eric Braverman, and he's got a book, The Edge Effect, which has a copy of the test in it and the key to understand what nutrients and foods you can eat or you shouldn't eat, or you should have more of or less of. And Eric Braverman has done a lot of research into the brain balancing and brain chemicals, and so if you have serious brain condition or you know someone who does, it's definitely worth getting the book and getting in contact with Eric Braverman. If you're looking for someone to help with just the general wellness aspect and how to interpret your own results from the Braverman assessment, then if you're part of my clinic, then I'll already be helping you. If you're part of my Epic Health Coaching group, then I'll help you in the forum there. The tests are available. If you want to be part of the Facebook group, which is free, then I'll have tests and things in there for you to do. Now, some of the other strange things that I found that getting the brain chemicals balanced with, I had this one gentleman and he had warts all over his hands. He'd had them for years and years and years, and he tried all the normal things to get rid of them. And I was seeing him for something other than the warts, and he took the Braverman Nature Assessment for another reason. But when we started balancing his brain chemicals, within a few weeks all of his warts that he'd had for years and years and years completely disappeared. So there's an awful lot of stuff that getting your brain chemistry worked out on really helps. But I use it in part of my Epic Health Coaching program, along with a metabolic typing questionnaire, and also if you know your blood group, it's useful, because these things help determine what sort of foods are good for you, how you should be eating for your own particular needs. But when you add in the Braverman Nature Assessment, it adds even more fine-tuning to what you yourself may need to eat for your optimum wellness. So for instance, some foods that may be good because of your metabolic type or your blood group may not actually be very good for you after all, because they're unbalancing your brain chemicals even more. So if you're part of the Facebook group Epic Health Coaching, then log in and or ask to join if you're not, and you can get hold of copies of these tests, or contact me through YouTube or the website. Okay, have a great and epic time. Bye for now.